his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is so prestigious. Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. In Joe Hendry, in the prestigious one. Say his name and
No, we're not doing that twice. We're not doing that twice. Alright. Hello, everybody. You're probably wondering why I'm dressed like this. Well, we'll get onto that in a second. But, hello, everybody in the chat. I see Daniel's in there. I see the Ryu Takatsu is in here as well. Pitbull? I mean, if you think I look like Mr. Worldwide, there's a very big difference between me and Pitbull, alright? And it's called I Have Hair. But we're starting this early because, hey man, I am just too hyped up for this. We're going to do this. Welcome to the core review. Take that wig off? Absolutely not. It's not a wig, my friend. It's not a wig. But anyways, so yeah. You're probably wondering why am I wearing the Galp? Why am I wearing the suit today? Well, it's very simple. I said in the short leading up to this, if you guys haven't seen the short, you know, go ahead, check that out on either YouTube or TikTok. Help us get that out to more people. Maybe that will help the core review go up a little bit. We'll see. But I did announce that we have some big announcements, and I will be scouting today. Now, you're probably wondering why that is. Well, if you're not on the Discord, you definitely will. But if you are on the Discord, then yeah. So, whilst I'm doing this, let me know how... Hey, SFW, how's it going? I know it's late for you, man. I know it's late for you. So, you know, if you have to dip at any point, I completely get it. I do. But, I've got some notes here. So, I'm going to start off with what the core review is. I've streamlined it. You know... I've streamlined it. Hopefully it's going to be a lot of a quicker process. Hello, Jim the Judge. How's it going, man? How's it going? So, the core review, we have like 11 people who either asked me to review their core or was on the Breadstick tag. So, we got quite a few to go through. So, there are a couple ground rules. We're doing it in complete alphabetical order. But any dupes, so i.e. if somebody asks me to review 2 or more of their cores, they will come after everybody... Oh, stream froze? Wait, what? Hold on. Never mind. Scared me for a second there. Never mind. Okay, alright, okay. So, any dupes, so i.e., you know, if somebody submitted 2 cores for the review... they will happen after everybody's first call. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But, the big announcement, and I'm going to take the shades off so I can actually, like, properly see everything. Oh my god, it's bright as hell. I've got a whole ass ring light above me, it's crazy. But the big news is that I am scouting on behalf of the EPW Rebuild Initiative. That's right, people, that's right. EPW. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm going to explain it on the CEW podcast coming your way next week, just letting you know. I haven't recorded that yet, but it will be coming. Hey, I went to the doctor a few days ago. Told me I might have diabetes. Oh my god, that's wild, man. But yeah, the EPW Rebuild Initiative, if you guys know, it was announced that after We Are EPW that a lot of, hold on, let me pop this onto live chat so I can actually, like, hopefully read it in quicker time. I don't know. But anyways, you know, it's announced that after We Are EPW, a lot of EPW contracts are expiring and are not being re-signed. As a result, EPW are looking for new people. Now, EPW, I do just want to say this now for people, just in case you guys haven't seen EPW. It's the show I do alongside CEW, and involves basically highlight shows. So not like a highlight reel show, but a highlight show for the weekly episodes, and then the pay-per-views are when like you get full matches and also title matches on random episodes. Your stream makes me happy, thank you. Hey, you know what? I appreciate that. SFW. So, today, we're not only looking at who is going to get a good spot in the tier list, which is up there. I finally pointed at the right spot. Let's go. You know, we're not only looking at who's going to be on the tier list. Are we going to see any more S tiers today? We might. Are we going to see our first C's and D's? I hope not. You know, and again, if we do, I'll explain what I mean by those tiers. But we're also looking for people who could be potential new signings for EPW going into 2k24. I don't know when we're going to move over, but it's good to have that roster ready to go. So, without further ado, I think I'm going to take this jacket off because it's hot and I don't have my fan on. Because I don't like the fan noise whilst I'm doing these streams. So, yeah, I've got the shirt. I'm rolling it up because, yeah, because that's what all of the peeps are. My hashtag are Adam Shock and Stevie Barrett. Wow! SFW, it's funny that you bring up one of those names. Because long sleeve and some of you free. It's a shirt. It's a shirt. I've rolled it up. I've rolled it up because that's what all of the scouters and all the general managers do in all of wrestling. All right. But it's funny, SFW, that you bring up one of those names because our first selection today is none other, because it's in alphabetical order. It's none other than Adam Shock. Alright, so let's get into this. I really don't I don't need the headphones on, but like I like having the headphones on, and I'm one of those weirdos. I can only have it on with one ear whilst I'm talking because otherwise I'm worried I'm saying the wrong thing or I'm just speaking absolute gibberish. But we have Adam Shock here, alright? So it's our first core review of the day. No, I don't want anything to be saved. Thank you. I'm going to be looking on my PC because, again, the colors are more muted on the PC. Let me know how, like, the reds and stuff look. Because I know we had an issue with this last time with the judge. Where the reds looked really red on my TV, but looked pretty good on the PC. So let me know how the reds look on the stream as a whole, because I could say it looks really bright, but it's actually not too bad. So let's, first off, W's, points for having a street attire, having that suited and booted attire. So first thing I'm noting is I'm feeling like there's a little bit of a an outlier here with the gear, which is the blue cap. Now, that could just be for, you know, just for a little bit of color contrast. That could be because the blue cap represents something. I don't know. But in context of the whole core, it is a little bit off-putting. Not like in a massive way, but like in a sense that like the cap feels a little bit like an indie guy just putting a cap on because they wanted a cap for their entrance gear. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, apart from that, things do look good. Just making sure the stream's doing alright. Alright. But, you know, My internet is too slow. Hey, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I get it. But yeah, no chat. If you want to throw your opinions around, let me know. I do like the logo. I like the logo. It works. It's very easy to read. Like, if I pop that, like, there, it's about sort of here where it starts to become a little tough to see. And that's only because I'm doing that on PC. If I'm looking at my TV, it's about there where it gets a bit tough to see. So, good logo. I would like to see more than one logo, I think, personally. But that's just me. That's just me. I like the hairstyle as well. And then we'll get into the just the in-ring as well. Anything that reminds me of Danielson gear makes me a happy man. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah, no, like I dig it. He gives me, and this is also because this guy has like shades of Danielson. It gives me Jeff Riley vibes. He hit 1K sub. Oh yeah, we haven't even spoken about that. I'll speak about it after I've done after I finish reviewing Adam's Shock. We'll talk about that because that's actually massive. I was meant to start with that, but I was like, no, we just gotta get into it because we got a lot to do. But I'm really liking the gear. I'm liking the use of the body hair because some people don't do like arm hair and whatnot. So, you know, you've added something a bit unique there, and I think it all works. I think the face morphing's really good. If we quickly just go onto like appearance, so I can potentially have a look at his face a little bit more close up. No, I can't. That's really annoying. But no, that looks really nice as well. And then we'll quickly have a look at the street gear as well, just see how he looks in the street gear. I don't usually take points off of street gear, whether you have it or not, or how good it is or whatever. I just like to see what you kind of envision your core street gear to be like. And you know what? I like that. I like that. So yeah. All right. Now, you're probably wondering, Byron, how are we gonna represent the new CAWs? And this is why I was like, I need to get as many people in as humanly possible before I stream, because I'll have to scroll down. I'll see. Does this scuff it? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. As you can see, we do actually have them all pre-selected. Now, I don't want to spoil too much. You guys just saw a little taste of who's around, but we do indeed have little graphics for everybody right here, right now. Don't worry, SFW, he's not in C. Do not worry, I'm just popping him there for a second. So where would I put him? I think he's a solid core. I think he's very good. I would put him... Yeah, I'd put him in A. I think A's good. I think A's a good spot for him. So yeah, was pretty graphic for YouTube, man. I know, it's wild out here. It's wild. The GOAT is here. Look up Aiden, Gabriel, and CC's. So, hold on. Is that the tag? Is that the tag? That's the real question. Also, yo, Kyle, how's it going? For some weird reason, the chat here, or wherever it is, it's there for me. It's there for me. Do you have Stevie? No, and I will explain why. I'm not doing My Rise. I played it for like 2 minutes, and I can't stand it. I cannot stand My Rise. I'm not forcing myself to go through that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it. So anybody with My Rise stuff, yeah. Also, to the guy who, I got my core up on 24 for you to review. Yo, it's sick. Which one? So a lot of people wanted the men's one. And I played that for a little bit, and I can't. But to the guy who asked for Aiden Gabriel, Is that the tag? Because looking up like Gabriel or Aiden is going to be a nightmare. So you can either breadstick it up or you can give me the tags. But Ryu, I will definitely do that because again, we have a couple dupes which I can push back. Anyone who I grab today will not have a graphic like I have on the tier list, but you have it under breadstick? Sick. Nice. Nice. Alright. So, try Death Note. Well, hey, I find it funny you mentioned that. Right, let me see if I can grab people on this account, because I have this account, which is, you know, I get what you mean. I get what you mean, Ryu. It's fine. It's fine. Like, but yeah. So if I post up a call right now, would it make it into the review? So I have one that we didn't get to last time from you, Kyle. So, which it would actually be next if I'm right. Hold on, let me quickly look at the... Yeah, so that would be next. I can either do... So I'll just say it's Akira Young. I can either do Akira, or if you want me to do somebody new, I can put Akira on the back burner again and whatnot. Basically, who do you want on the back burner? The new one or Akira? Is basically what I'm asking. But whilst I'm grabbing some more cores, review Akira since you already have it. Alright. Well, I guess we talk about the fact that I have officially hit 1,000 subscribers. You know, crazy stuff. Well, let's see. Okay, alright. I know what I'm gonna do. Alright. Well, luckily I have to go over to my showcase completed account anyway. The YouTube grind has come to fruition. Yeah, man. The last, what feels like... 8 months or whatever. What do you have lined up first for me real quick? Just hit me with the gender. Male pick. That's all I'm gonna say, Daniel. But yeah. Like, I've probably been grinding, like, mental for the last, like, 8-9 months. That's when I really started getting into the bag. And the numbers have shot up in that time. Like, I'm shocked by how far we've come. And this is only the beginning. I've still got to get the watch time to get the adverts. Yeah, because, like I said, I have the membership... I have the memberships. This is my one shill per stream, as always. If you want to go ahead and support me, I am actually working on some of the members only content. You know, you get put on a wall of support for every video. When we don't have any members, I don't have the wall of support yet. If you become a bigwig, I will literally shout you out in videos and on streams. You also get open challenge night priority, which I know a lot of people are like, you know, what does that mean? It's very simple. It just means if it's your first time applying for open challenge night and I haven't got a video lined up ready to go, if you apply, you'll get on very, very quickly. You can be a supporter for as little as... Where has everything gone? Chat? It hates me being a shill. You know what? That's what I get for being a shill. The chat should come back eventually. Whoa, I know exactly. But yeah, you can become a member for as little as 99 pence or cents or whatever it is for you. It's not needed at all, but it's definitely appreciated, and it will actually force me to start making content for the membership. So, you know, if you do consider it, it's greatly appreciated, but I don't expect it, and, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, I'm just quickly grabbing another core super quickly. apologies for this, but yeah, like, hitting the 1K subs is crazy. But the work, I know what you mean. I've just started really working on my calls. Jordan Jules and Lauren Love, my new two. I think I did pretty good. Hey, you know what? Hopefully we get time to get around to them. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. Bro, it is. It might just be because I've got a ring light on me. It is humid in here, bro. It shouldn't even be this humid. It's been, like, really mild weather recently. But, that's the joys of being in the UK. It's humid, even at the best of times. Hard work always pays off. Congratulations and salute. Hey, you know what? I appreciate it. But again, the grind doesn't stop here. We've still got quite a bit of ways to go before I get to being able to have adverts, which is, I think, like, the big thing. Because once I get those, then I really don't have to, yeah, those lights will mess with you, yeah, they really will. Like, every time I go to a wrestling show, even if it is, like, really, like, cold, the lights are so bright, I will always leave that arena sweating. Every time. Every time. Alright, so. Now, I think it's time we get back onto our regularly scheduled programming. And I think it's time that we got on to doing more core reviews, everybody. It's going to be a lot of moving from account to account depending on who we're reviewing. I need to just quickly, whilst I'm loading everything up, I just need to quickly, so, yeah, hold on. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Okay, alright. That's perfect. Alright. And that will just be a nice little note for me. Alright. So, we are now on to Akira Young. Do you like my course so far? A. Both of them have gotten into A tier, which means they're great. They're very, very good. And like I said, we are kind of scouting 3PW. Basically, Open Challenge Night and the core reviews are now kind of going to be a little bit of a feeder system into potentially EPW. Again, not fully sure. I'm looking for very specific kind of characters and people. That's just how I roll. And again, it has to be people who are cool with me micromanaging basically everything, because where it's a highlight show, it takes a while, so, like, having to, like, all of that stuff. Face Morph done by Chris Montez. I just made a gear inspired off of Akira Hakuto as best as I could. Alright. Once again, shout... Again, it takes a village to make these cores, man. It really does. So, shout outs to the people and shouts out to the community for coming together and creating really cool stuff. So, first off, I dig the entrance gear. I really do. I know a lot of people use the Blair Davenport jacket. I mean, I'm guilty of this too. Alright, I know. Like, to be fair, a lot of Blair Davenport stuff is so sick. I understand why people are absolutely using, like, all of her core parts, Did the image for Jackson Kong work? No. And I think I know why that might be the case. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna ask you a real quick question here, SFW. When grabbing logos, do you upload all of your own images, or do you go on community creations and search up certain images? Because I think that might be what's doing it. I need to do a tester on that before I can say anything concrete. If we have time, I might be able to go through that myself. But yeah, no. So yeah, when it comes to your logos, How do you grab them? How do you grab them? Whilst I'm quickly doing this review. So yeah, like I said, I dig the entrance gear. I think the entrance gear is really, really cool. I like the mask. Because I like, when this mask first came in to 2K, I thought everybody was going to use it. And not really a lot of people do. So, yeah. Like the people that do use it really well. And I think that's great. So yeah, no, entrance gear, top notch. And then we're gonna get into the in-ring gear. And you know what? I think it's cool. It works. It definitely feels like a complete piece of gear. And what I mean by that, and I feel like a thing that a lot of people sometimes do, and I'm guilty of this as well. Again, I want people to know this isn't me coming from a holier than thou. Oh, what did you say? My internet cut off. So SFW, when you're grabbing logos for your cause, how do you get those logos? Where are you getting those logos from? Because again, I still haven't fully tested things, but I know there are certain things that when we do them in 2K, they don't work. So I'm just making sure. But again, this isn't me coming from a holier than thou. I alone am the honored one type beat. From Google. Okay, so that's weird then. Like some of the images just don't work, and that's really odd because like you're the only person that happens with. It's odd. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, like, it feels like complete gear. And by that, I mean, it feels like it all works together. Because again, a lot of people, myself included, do this thing where it's like, work really, really hard on one aspect, and then, oh, I really like this, so let's chuck it on there, and it doesn't work. And I feel like if you speak to anybody in core, we've all had an experience where we've really worked on making something look really, really good, and then we get to the other stuff, and it just doesn't work. But again, this looks like a nice, complete set of gear. I like the tat on the arm, actually. That's really cool, too. Again, the face morph's really good. Honestly, overall, solid right here. And then we'll get into the second gear as well, because always got to look at the second gear. Always got to. Crystal Wizard with face morphs. Hey, I can tell. Like, this is a really good face morph. And then we got this Young Clan gear. Now, I know this gear because, again, Kyle, obviously, I think I remember you sending me the Young Clan gear on, like, Discord. And I was like, this is clean. This is really clean. I like the chain with this gear as well. Like, it's a small little detail, but it's super clean. And I dig it. I really do. And then with the jacket as well, let's have a little look here. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So I don't spoil anyone coming next. Today I got my blood test. For those that don't know, I had a friend of mine by the name Nari, tag team gear for the Young Clan. I think they did an amazing with it. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. So, where would I put Akira on the tier list? I feel like I'm gonna be stingy today, but I do think A tier is where she's gonna go. Really good face morph, really, really good gear. I just, you know, I'm very picky with putting people on S tier. We've got 3 already, and you know that's cool, but I'm gonna hold on to those S tier spots for dear life. I don't want to just go, you get an S tier, you get an S tier, you know? Oh, well, the chat just refreshed. That's crazy. So, I'm going to quickly grab some water because I am sweating. We'll have the be right back screen. I will be back momentarily, and when I do, we will continue with the core review. I've just got to quickly do something, you know, grab water, etc. So, in the meantime, main core goes A, and one of my side cores is an S tier. This is funny as hell. Hey, man, welcome to the core reviews. But in the meantime, what can I do as like a thought-provoking thing? Favorite match from SummerSlam? Go. I'll be back. I'm muted. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I have my water. But I can see the chat here. Punk and Drew, I guess. Nothing really blew me away. Hey, whenever the chat comes back. So, hang on. Let me type something in the chat. Hold on. Come back. Chat. Is that gonna work? There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. Chat is back with a vengeance. Indeed it is. I uploaded a core, but it's not too in-depth. I did a lot with the aesthetics, but pretty much have a basic powerhouse moveset, and the Fiend entrances wouldn't mind a bit of critique. Hey, you know what? I can definitely do that. Let me quickly edit the spreadsheet. So, basically, we're going to just try and get through as many cores as possible. Any dupes, I think, at this point, are going to be held off until next stream. Because we've got a lot of people who want to get their cores reviewed. And I think it's only fair that we let some of the people who haven't been here, especially for the first stream, don't want to interrupt anything ongoing, keep up with what you're doing. If you have time, hey, it's fine, because, again, a lot of it is just moving people who have already had a couple cores reviewed, back. But, hey, it's completely fine, right? You know what? Hey. At the end of the day, I feel like it's only fair that people that are new should get their cores reviewed. I feel like that's kind of the point of it, you know? Let's see if there's anybody new on Breadstick then, shall we? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay. Again, a lot of the core review is just setting things up, which again, you know, we do this. I see in the chat SFW saying do my Death Note core. I do have him on the list. He is ready to go, but where we have a lot of people coming up, I think I am gonna cap it at 1 per person for this stream. We're just gonna try and get through as many as humanly possible. So who is next? I think I'm also gonna push a couple people back just in general. Just so we have a little bit more variety, both today and also in future streams. I think that just makes sense. So I'm gonna push a couple people back, just for the future. So I'm gonna try and see. Oh man, I'm at work and can't upload the cores. Hey, it's fine. I think I have one of your cores, so we can definitely review them. I want to see. So who would be next on? Who would actually be next alphabetically? Because again, we're doing it all alphabetical. That way, then it's not like playing favorites or anything like that. I believe the next one would actually be one of the new ones that we've downloaded. So there we go. It does mean that you won't get the cool graphic yet. You'll get it at a later date. I can promise you that. But we have Jasmine Ivy here as our next person lined up for the core review. I know, it's crazy. You said you uploaded a core. Turns out, perfect timing, you're next alphabetically. So, you know, we're just gonna go in. We're just gonna go in. Alright, let's have a look here. So immediately we have the 2 gears. Works out, yeah, exactly. I can, that my, Jackson Kong is good because you put it in your thumbnail 2 times. Hey, Jackson Kong's really cool. He's really cool. He's really cool. So, yeah, we got the 2 gears. Like, kind of like the color swap. I dig it. Right, let's have a look here. So, immediately, I can tell the vibe. And that alone will get you a pretty high grade. You know, like, I always say it, if I can tell the vibe, or if I can tell there's been a lot of effort put into the core, then I'm always gonna grade them relatively well, because again, you know, core's all about vibe. Core is all about knowing what somebody's about without them even wrestling half the time, because again, you gotta get people watching, and a lot of the time shows start with entrances. So, you know, having a distinct character is always good. So immediately we're gonna look at the face. I can see that there's 2 different eye colors there. That's cool. That's something that isn't done a lot. Use of piercings, again, is something that you would think that a lot of people would use, but doesn't always. I'm a big Undertaker and Bray Wyatt fan. She's reflective of that a bit. I can see it. Can you do Death Note? Cool. I will have to do that next stream, just because we have a lot of people who have wanted cores. If we have time later, because again, I aim to stream for about 2-ish hours. If we have a little bit more time, I'll get through some of the ones that people, you know, I'll get through some of the dupe submissions. But for the moment, we're going to focus on trying to get 1 done per person. You know, hope you get that, SFW. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, like the piercings are cool. Which again, it's something you don't see a lot, right? And I'm guilty of this. The amount of times I've been like, a character should have like a nose ring or something, and I just never do it. But yeah, no, like I like the vibe. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's some tattoos as well. Alright, that's nice, that's nice. Again, I'm definitely getting the vibe, and that's like the important bit. Okay, so it is in-game stuff, which I'm never gonna... yeah, I keep forgetting to use piercings on mine. I want to use them on... Yeah, no, exactly. I will say, I'm not one of these people that will be like, oh, you're using in-game stuff. I actually respect the people that use a lot of in-game items, right? Because I feel like at that point, it just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but, you know, nothing downloaded, totally new to it. Hey, you know what? For somebody that's like totally new to this stuff, same, I've been wanting to test myself on that front. Yeah. I'd spend hours in the download area. Hey, you know what? I feel that. Oh man, I really need to just like show off one of my cores that's like incredibly like logo heavy. I'll show off one of the cores I'm working on. If we have time. Again, there's a lot of this is if we have time, but I like this combination here. I really like this. Hold on, hold on. Okay, so that's cool. So far it's just Jack Webster on the no logo front. I really dig it. That is nice. Using the socks and the knee pad combination, that's nice. That's nice. And with the boots too, that's really solid. And then also with like everything else. It'll take a long time to make a great core. Yeah, man. It takes a while, and you know what? Once you have the vibe, that's all you really need, and it just starts clicking. Alright, so let's have a look at the in-ring gear, because I'm already starting to look at that. But let's have a look at the in-ring kind of presentation. I'm really vibing with this. I think this is a great... Honestly, for like all in-game stuff, and just like totally new to all of this stuff, this is really good. I want to have a look at the kind of like the second gear, because obviously it's basically just the same gear, but got the face paint and stuff. Great work on that one. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, this is great. This is great. Like, the only thing, the only thing I can really say is like, what's the next step up? Well, that would just be maybe a face texture. Same, just different color. That came from the Alexa Bliss story. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair play, fair play. So, again, the only thing I would ever suggest for the next step up, and this is just things that, like, you know, you can do them if you want. Again, this is great, though. You know, if you want to go ahead, do some face morphing, maybe pop on a face texture. Honestly, though, this core, really, I'm going to say, I don't think this core needs a face texture. I think this core, unless it already has a face texture, which in that case I'm going crazy. Hold on, let me have a look. No, I think that's just, that's just straight face morphing. That's just straight face morphing, and that's really good. Mess with the face a little bit, but no texture. That's great. That like, the face morph is great. So I wouldn't even suggest a face texture. If you wanted to experiment with custom logos, that I would say is probably the only thing. But the vibe is so strong, I don't know if you need any sort of like custom logos. I think this is a really good character. And I think you have a lot of potential. It, like, you know, if you're definitely like, you know, if you've only recently like kind of just started out and you said you haven't gone into a lot of depth with it, right? This is really good. And I would say just keep making stuff, man. Keep making stuff, because this is great. This is really, really good. Where am I gonna put this on the tier list? Right on, dude. Thank you. Hey, you know what? I'm glad that you submitted the core, because it's a really cool core, and it shows people that sometimes it's not all about the custom logos and all of that stuff. It does look really good. Yeah, exactly. It's my fave moves of all time. Hey, what are your favorite moves? You're treading on a dangerous line though, because if you say the overdrive, we're gonna have problems. We are gonna have problems. All right, so I'm gonna say A tier, and I'll just pop down the name for the moment, and then when the time comes, she'll have a graphic like that. Come the next stream, the overdrive, brother man. No problems whatsoever. No, we're gonna have issues. All right. So, whilst I quickly check who's next. Okay. So we are gonna take a trip back over to the other account. Ooh. Oh no, the playmaker. Wow. Thank you so much. Hey, it's deserved. It's deserved. I think that's it's a great example of what you can do without any sort of custom elements, right? Because again, I feel like we've reached a point in core where it is just custom logo. You need a face texture, you need custom textures, here's this map grid for how you do custom tights, and it's like sometimes I just want to experiment with the in-game stuff, and sometimes it comes out really well. Last time I made a call was when THQ was still making the games. Yo, that's crazy. Hey man, the THQ days, I mean, I didn't really go through them because I started. Shout out to Essence. Yeah, you damn right. Yeah. I kind of started doing CEW on 2K14 back in 2018. Because I was a broke ass bitch and I couldn't afford a PS4. So I had to make do, Xbox, pointing my phone at the TV, 2K14. That was the time, man. That was the time. That was the absolute time. So I really do enjoy the old school 2K14 THQ era, 13, 12 kind of core making, because it's simple, but broke ass bitch, just all of us when we first started out. Hey man, when we all started out as teenagers and stuff, it was hey, we kind of had to make do with whatever we could get. I played the THQ games a lot for example, the SVR games of my childhood. Hell yeah, man. I kind of got into wrestling in what? Late 2010, early 2011. And I started playing wrestling games when I was probably about, and I'm the guy that started out on 2K15 when 17 was out. Hey man, hey, we all start somewhere, we all start somewhere. And like I said, I went from 2K14 on Xbox 360 to 2K17 on Xbox 360 to 2K19 to 2K20. I stayed on 2K20. And that's really what made this channel, man. That's the crazy bit. It's I know a lot of people are 2K20 is a train wreck and yada yada yada, and it's I completely get that, and I understand that wholeheartedly. I'm not telling you have to 2K20. But what that did for my channel, what that game did for my channel, I literally can't sit here and say anything bad about 2K20, because I would not be where I am right here, right now about 2K20. For this one, I had everyone up to 2K19. I think at one point, before I sold my Xbox 360, because it was on its way out, and I was I just need to get money for this before it, before it breaks. I think I had 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I skipped 18. I had 19. I have 19, 20, 22, 23, and 24. I'm 40, so I started on Genesis when I was a little lad. Hey, that's crazy. Like, I feel like some of my earliest video game memories, and this is coming from somebody who's 21 years old, was like playing the SNES. Like Super Mario World style. I used 18 on Switch and console, but the console version was super buggy for me. So times were tough that PlayStation was just not having it. Yeah, fair enough. The THQ games were the first ones that let you customize, I think. I think that's the case. I could be completely wrong. 17 was what got me super hooked game-wise. I think 2K17 was the one that a lot of people started on. Because that was like sort of the biggest sort of... Like, that was sort of like the biggest boom, especially for core. Because you had guys like N60 Sean coming around about that sort of time. Like, I think that's definitely when I started like getting into calls, like late 2K17, early 2K18. The one game that took me the longest was SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. I even got WWF Warzone for the PS1. That's cool. All right, we've got a little bit sidetracked. I'm happy to still talk about it whilst we're doing the review, but we're gonna get on to our next core review, which is Jordan Jules. Now, first looks, pretty solid core. So we got the two attires there. I'll look at the first and then we'll look at the second. So, entrance gear. You know what? I'm vibing with it. I will say I'm not like the biggest fan of like the blue and the color scheme. But you know, like everything else I think is pretty cool. I will say I like the face texture. Obviously, face texture is like, you know, that there's been a lot of face morphing. I like the glasses as well. I think the glasses are good. Again, color scheme is purely my preference. Respect on the matching colors. Yeah, like, there's a lot to like here. Hello, good sir. Allow me to blow your mind. Yo, Kara, how's it going? How's it going? As you can see here, we are doing the core review. The goal is to just get through as many cores as humanly possible. We're doing one core per person at the moment, and then if we have time later on, I'm going to try and go through as many dupes. But we do have Breadstick just chilling. But yeah, like, it's going well. I'll get only my best girl on your tag. Yo, okay, alright. Hell yeah. But yeah, once again, I'm liking the use of the in-game stuff, right? Like, I'll always say it. If you can make something cool on just like in-game stuff alone, then you've got a good base for future things, right? Like, if you wanted to add like custom images and stuff, wanted to try some different colors, you know what? I respect it. Again, color scheme is always going to be per person. You know, I might not necessarily like the blue in there, but you know what? Some people will. And you know what? That's completely fine. I think it's a nice accent piece. I do think it adds a little bit to it. But I'm wondering if it could have been a different color. That's just my kind of thought, right? Like, and we'll have a look at the in-ring gear as well. It's not a bad color scheme, to be honest. Again, yeah, like, I'm not saying, oh, it's the worst color scheme I've ever seen. It's just, I don't see this color scheme all that much, right? So it's throwing me off a little bit, because I'm like, you know, because I'm looking at it on my TV, and that's brighter. And then, like, I'm looking at it on my PC, and it kind of works, you know? The blue throws it off, otherwise it looks like a Florida State color scheme. Fair enough. She's yours, Captain. Alright, I'll definitely be sure to quickly grab that and then we'll just flip it and rip it, you know. The red and gold makes me think of Washington football. Hey, fair enough, fair enough. And as a British man, I'm not gonna sit here and say I know a lot about like American sport team color schemes and whatnot. But again, like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, you know what? It's not the end of the world, and I do think the blue works. The more I look at my PC, I just think my TV's just too bright, or like the way that TVs present color, it's just too bright. On here, on my PC, where it's a bit more muted, it's great, right? I think it's very, very solid. Let's have a look at the second gear, shall we? Okay, so the second gear, I will say that the second gear is definitely giving me Seth Rollins Wolverine vibes, right? And like, it's cool. Oh, okay. I like sort of... I like the use of the Sheamus boots. I actually quite like that. That adds a lot of, like... It just pops, right? Like, it just pops. Wolverine? Yeah, like, that was definitely my first thought looking at this. I was just like, this just screams a Wolverine gear to me. And I like that, you know? Like, I'm always a fan for, Is this thinking the same thing? Yeah, I definitely, I'm always a fan of these, like, you know, like, comic book, you know, sort of, like, I don't know how you would describe it, like, comic book, pop culture gears, basically, you know, I'm always a fan of the pop culture gears, so honestly, I think he's cool. Again, now that I think about it, it's the first, attire supposed to be original brown yellow Wolverine. I kind of see it now. I do kind of see that. That would actually make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense, to be honest. You're also in the presentation name, Primetime Jordan Jules. I see it too. Yeah, like, yeah, now, like, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Yeah, I'm starting to see, and yeah, and now that I see, I'm like, okay, no, now hold on, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I will say, yeah, I do think that the face morphings, fair play is pretty, you know, yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah. Again, the face morphing's pretty nice. Nothing, like, glaringly out of the way that I can see. I mean, to be fair, that was my direction. Ah, there we go. Yeah. That's pretty cool, because nobody does the OG Wolverine colors. Yeah, no, exactly. Okay, hold on. That might get you a little bit of a bump up, to be honest. That might get you bumped up a little bit. But yeah, no, like... Alright, so... Let me grab the core, so I'm not spoiling who we've got left, or who has graphics at the moment. We got the tier list, and we are going to see, where does Jordan Jules place? So, I'm thinking, I'm thinking either A or B. I'm thinking, and again, I do just want to preface that this is not in order. It will be updated so it's in, like, purely alphabetical order, because asking me to, like, decide between everybody, like, who is the top of A, that's just, nah, that's not my place to decide that. I just go, here's where you are on the tier list, and then I just call it a day. I'm thinking B. I think it's very, very good. I do think, is that the Amber Young with the 90s Japan gear? I think so. I'm pretty certain. I was so close to putting my other attire in, and now I regret my choice because I also had an X-Men attire. Ah. See, that's how you win me over. Just do X-Men attires, man. X-Men attires, black and green, any of that, right? And you'll win me over. But I definitely think this is a really good core. And you've already seen some of my work because I did the GIF for. Oh. Ah, okay. Yeah. Well then, hey, I think we might have something cool on our hands then. But yeah, no, I definitely think it's a cool core. I do think that this core would benefit from maybe dabbling in some custom logos of some kind. I don't know what that would be. And again, you could think I made it after seeing Deadpool Wolverine. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. Major shout out to the colors green and black for carrying me through the years. Hey, like I said, right? You want to, hey, if you want to make a call that just panders to me, man. Black and green, submission specialist. Chuck on whatever gimmick you like. Call it a day, you know. Call it a day. Oh no, I accidentally clicked 2K lobbies. Uh oh. Don't do that. Don't go on the 2K lobbies. Alright, let's have a look. Ignore the ult on my go, it's unfinished. Alright. Damn, I'm a red and black or black and white for most of my attires. Hey, you know what? Those also work. Those also work. Every core is a submission guy from me. This is common knowledge. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. Low-key can't remember the last time I didn't give someone a submission finisher. I try not to. I just like colors. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, I've recently started using black and yellow a lot more than black and green, and black and gold as well. But that might just be because of Empire, to be honest. That might purely just be because of one of the factions that I have a ton of cores a part of. So that might just be that. But black and yellow is a really good color scheme. It just makes the yellow pop so much. But yeah. Heavy as the crowd intensifies. Yep. Yep. God, how long until there's a show where just every match has Heavy as the Crown just playing? How long until that day? It's probably not going to take too long, to be honest. Alright, so I'm looking. I'm pretty certain in terms of alphabetical order. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, I gotta change up my color palette for my cores. Hey, man. It's a learning process. It's a learning process. Learning what works, learning what you like, and, hey, if you really like something, CEW Takeover Empire, oh god, yeah. Yeah, if you really like something, just do it, you know? Like I said, when it comes to these core reviews, it's all down to my personal preference. It's all down to, you know, what I like. So, you know, I'm going to work on my X-Men attire during the stream. Hey, nice. Alright, so, our next core for the core review is, we have Lucy Send Dragon right here. And immediately, I'm seeing the black and green, and I'm a fan. I mean, if anybody's seen Byron's attires over the years, you know, and oh my goodness. Oh, what the hell? Why the logo's not loading? No! Wait a second. Hold on. I'm waiting. Oh. We holding? I mean, I can still have a look at it from here. Whereas the logos... Wait, hold on. Are some of the logos not loading? Yeah, I can see it in the entrance. Oh my god. Yeah, like 2K have been doing this to so many people in these reviews, and it's so annoying, man. It's so annoying, because I'm like, I can see it, and it's so sick. It's so sick. 2K glitch issue? It probably is, man. And here's the thing. I ain't gonna grade you down for it because I can see it there and I can see that it's sick as. Alright, like it's really, really good. But I can see some of the orange there. Still there on my end. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this. Like, cause I can show you the fact I have nowhere near 1,000 logos. And yeah, like, this just happens so randomly. It's so annoying. Because, like, yeah, there's meant to be some orange there, too. And, like, I can see that, right? Like, I can still, obviously, I can still give it, yeah, boo, stinky, yeah, man. Everybody, boo 2K right here, right now. Because this is getting ridiculous, man. I don't know how many times this has happened on the core reviews. Whatever, pretend it's black and orange, lol. Yeah, I can see it. Like, yeah, like, definitely, like, first off, if we have the orange there too, yeah, boo 2K right now. Boo 'em. Boo 'em. I'm gonna put my fan on because it is very humid with this ring light on. So, for this stream, we have fan and PS4 noises. The ultimate ambience of a 2K streamer. But yeah, no, like, with the orange, house show our gear, yeah. I will say my entrance will be a certain Spain superstar, and that's all I will say about it. Hey. Shall always hate you, 2K. Then, now, wait for it. Wait for it. There we go, forever. But yeah, no, like, definitely with, like, the orange, this would go nuts, right? And even without the orange, it goes nuts. Together. Yeah, we all collectively, I'm going into the big screen, we all collectively, together, will hate 2K, then, now, and forever. Because this needs to stop, man. This needs to stop. This needs to be a non-issue. Like, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But anyways, like, man, the tattoos are sick. Making me look mid and shit. Hey, even without all of that stuff, this is still sick, right? This is still sick. But, like, obviously, you know, the added details would be even better, right? Like, I completely get that. And here's the thing, I don't even know if there are, like, more tats or anything, because, again, this game is so broken that, like, we had a core last stream called Jackson Kong, who didn't have one of his logos, and didn't have, I had to remove her tattoos for her entrance attire. Oh, for layers, but, that makes sense. Okay, alright, cool. So I'll have a look at the tats on the actual in-ring one there. Yo, that's sick. Yeah, that's... This is what we call attention to detail. And I really like that. Yeah, that goes crazy. And, like, the gear... I mean, like I said, I'm always going to be a fan of the green and black color scheme. And, like, looking at it there, let me see if I can quickly zoom in on this. Hold on. If I, like, duplicate this layer, because I wanna give this the fair shot, because, like, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna lose me for a second. We're going to lose me for a second as we zoom in. As we zoom in. Come on. You, come here. Like I said, I want to give this the fairest shake possible because, you know, it's nobody's fault that 2K is just a broken-ass game. No, Byron, can't cope. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Let me pop the chat back in real quick as well, just so that you guys can see yourselves there. Like, with the orange, it just goes nuts, right? It's just like the small little flecks of color that just really pop. Like, this is really, really good. And I wish that 2K wasn't such a broken game. Because for the love of God, man, this goes crazy. And I'll say it right now. I think we can all collectively agree together. Let me just make sure that I'm not spoiling any people from the tier list. I think we can all collectively agree. If I just do that. I think nobody would disagree with this being S tier. I don't think anybody could disagree with that, honestly. Insanely good core. Fuck 2K. But you know what? Even without all of that stuff, ladies and gentlemen, we won without a face texture. Hey, around here, we're so back. Around here, I don't care about face textures. Let me tell you, I don't give a fuck if you have a face texture or not. Because here's the thing, right? If we're going to talk about that, right? You know, let's go back to it. The face morph is nuts, right? Like, if you're good at face morphing, you don't need to use face textures. Like, if you know how to do that stuff, you know, then face textures are cool and all, but if you can face morph really well, guess what? I don't use them for anything. Mad respect. Mad respect. Women's cause an S tier. Love to see it when we got to fight against 2K's bullshit. Absolutely, man. You know what? I respect the hell out of people who are great at face morphing. Because I'm trying to get better at it as time goes on. But when you can't move the eyes on male cores. And I want to... Shall we do the stream... Like... The stream tradition of trying to see if I can move the eyes on certain face textures on male cores. Shall we try and see it? Shall we see if 2K have fixed things? Yeah, I use face morphing only, to be honest. Yeah, fair. Sure, alright, let's do it. Let's see if this works, right? Because I'm gonna... You know, obviously there are some that are probably gonna work like first time, right? Like, right, we're just gonna test out a couple textures here. So, well, not textures, templates. Okay, so that one we can move the eyes fine. We can mirror it over. That's nice. That's all good, right? Okay, so that's one texture we can use. Texture, template, breadsticks. Yeah. All right, that's one template. The one I know we can't use, and this is like a death sentence to certain people. We can't use generic core face number 1. And allow me to show you why. Hold on. Just real quick, hold on. Look at that. That's crazy. A+ face morphing. Look at that. Look at that. Swap to a different part. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. I think most of them are fine. Yeah, like, it's so annoying because I have so many cores that use that. And, like, changing the eyes is, like, probably one of, like, the, like, for me personally, it's, like, one of the biggest things because eyes and whatnot are, like, the... That template does a lot of nothing. Yeah. And it's annoying because it's probably, like, the best one to morph, to be honest, right? Oh, what's the one that, like, you can morph one of the eyes, but you can't morph the other? Is it this one? I'm exposing 2K here. Oh, wait, hold on. No, wait. This one, that one's fine. Okay, alright, okay. There's one where you can edit half the face, but not the other. Like, one eye, but not the other. Which one is it? Just trying to see. It's not that one. Is it that one? No. It's this one, I think. Alright. Yep, okay, so. I wouldn't know I only make women. Hey, fair enough. But yeah, this one's like, that eye, you can't. But, watch this. Oh, would you look at that? Hold on, let me zoom in. Oh, would you look at that? You can actually move the eye on one side of the face. AAA game, by the way. Anyways, we've gone on a tangent. We've gone on a tangent here. I can sit here and yell at clouds because technically 4 dudes, but all were 4x4s. Oh god. Alright, we'll get back into this now that I've had my rant and rave about how annoying this game is. Good job, 2K. They really know how to take the L, lol. That part of the game sucks. Yeah, it's rough out here, man. It's rough out here. But anyways, our next core. Let me know when I can upload one that isn't broken. I would probably say next stream if you're one of those ones that doesn't really like having their cores up. I would say next stream, or like next core review, which I'm not sure when that will be. It could be next week, it could be the week after. I'll just kind of like keep an eye on that. Okay, yeah, sweet. But our next core review will be Matthew Carter. Now, I see the face template, so immediately I'm not gonna fault you on not being able to move the eyes. Alright? I'm not gonna go, oh, there was no face morphing here. I understand. I understand. Okay, Street Gear? Street Gear immediately. You know? Jacob Cass. Hey. But yeah, immediately, Street Gear, that's a plus in my book. But, I will say, I do like this sort of, I want to say Andrade-esque kind of, like, entrance gear, because you go from this to, like, Trunks. So it's sort of like Andrade, sort of like Angel Garza in the sense that you take the trousers off and everything else off. Also, I like the mask. Again, it's one of those ones where I felt like, check out the shoes on the Street Gear. I will in a second. I'm gonna assume that we might have a custom shoe job right here, which could be kind of cool. But yeah, this was like one of the masks that I thought like a lot of people were going to use when making cores. I don't see it that much. I know there's a section of core where it's probably used a lot, but I don't see it a lot, so that's cool. Yeah, I like it. And then let's have a look at the in-ring gear. Yeah, it has that feel of Andrade. Yeah, like I'm kind of like feeling it, right? Like, so yeah, like, okay, so we got a custom logo. Okay, all right. It works really well with the gear. I will say it works well with the trunks. I do like the kick pads. I do think the kick pads might be a little plain. That might just be a me thing. I feel like even if you just use like in-game like logos, because like obviously you can use like the design features. Even if you were just to maybe add like some stuff and just make it black, just to help kind of pop the kick pads a little bit. I feel like you could be onto something there. Wanna see. Yeah, that was the one issue that I have with it. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Oh, okay. So okay. So you've used opacity there to kind of create more like a stubble effect. That's cool. Yeah. All right. I'll have a look at the street gear here because let's have a look at this. Oh, okay. So we do, in fact, have a custom shoe situation. Alright, I like that. That's attention to detail, and I respect the hell out of it. I think the street gear is really cool too. Now, there is one thing I want to check. I also been informed that Mei Kwan was judged with her Attack on Titan gear. I also made that gear, so thanks 2K for making sure I'm only known as a feature. Oh man, yeah, I know. I like. I think Kyle mentioned it. Yeah, Kyle mentioned it when I reviewed Mei Kwan. So yeah, I mean, hey, it was a really good gear, really good gear. But yeah, I would say my tips for elevating. I've done the stubble since 2K19 and the Converse. Hey, nice. So yeah, I think my tips for how you can take the core to the next level. Truly have the French Montana of core. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, I think the steps to bring it to the next level. Try and figure out something with the kick pads. Just so it's not just plain white. And obviously I know you can't do anything with the eyes with this face template, but if you were to just sort of tweak the face maybe just a little bit, minus the eyes, because obviously again you can't do that, that might go a long way. But apart from that, I think it's a very solid core. Where will it end up on the tier list? I don't know. Let me just grab him so that, again, I'm not spoiling who's to come, because I think we have a couple more. Yeah, we have 3 more after this. I think I'm gonna say B tier. I'm gonna say B, because there's a lot of potential there, and I really like the street gear. Again, I just think there's a few things that could be done to bring it to, like, that next level. You'll take it? Hey, nice. Alright, so we got 1 here, and then we have 2 on the other account. Alright, so our next core is Matthew Roosevelt. Now, immediately, I am a big fan. Like, I'm looking at, like, all the small elements, and I'm digging what I see. I'm digging what I see. So let's get into this, shall we? So immediately, Matthew to Matthew, yeah. We went from one Matthew to another, and my camera isn't focusing, and I don't have my autofocus shrimp. Vaudevillain, I kind of see it. Daniel with the oh no. Hey man, already it's looking really nice. So like, I really like this sort of like finer detail stuff on the gear. Did I use the right colored logo on the back? I had a black and white one. There we go. Top-notch Matthew Roosevelt. You know when, like, a core just screams, you know exactly what this is? Hold on, I'm gonna need to grab the shrimp. Hold on, I'm grabbing the shrimp. I'm grabbing the shrimp. I need my focus shrimp real quick. Hold on. This camera ain't gonna focus otherwise, so, shrimp. And then that should do the trick, right? There we go. Okay. Focus shrimp does the trick every time. But as I was saying, you know like when you look at a core, and it's just, you get it, and everything just works. I used the white on the back of the trunks too, like an idiot, but it looks better than I thought. So I don't know how that went over my head. It looks nice. I do wonder what it would look like with the black variant instead. Focus shrimp for the win. Hell yeah. We don't just have one. We have... Hold on. 4. We have 4 shrimp. Watch that just completely unfocus me. That'd be funny. Yeah, I've been getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't play it, and nor do I think I'll ever be able to play modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's way too confusing for me, but I do enjoy collecting cards. But anyways, I am a fan of, here it's black on my save. Maybe it's 2K replacing images with others. I don't know, man. 4 shrimp, that's a meal. That's a whole ass meal of shrimp right there. But like, everything just works. I like the subtlety of like the logos and like the texturing. Like the fact he has like glasses for his entrance. And then like in ring. It just all works, man. It just all works. And then let's have a look at the, let's have a look at this, shall we? So we got the top notch on there. I'm glad it's not like an actual wrestling shirt where it's got like top notch on the front and then like a big ass dragon on the back. But yeah, no, street gear, that's always a plus. I don't really have anything, like, I have no, like, here's what you could do to improve kind of thing, right? Which means, this, we're about to witness a world first here, I believe. Matthew Roosevelt. You're a bit big, my friend, but welcome. Welcome to S tier. I really don't make me get the shrimp. Hold on. Come on, shrimp. You know what you gotta do. Is that actually gonna work? There we go. There we go. Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with this core, and I think he's really cool. It's subtle, and I think subtlety works when it's paired with more subtle things. Everything flows well, I can tell what kind of character he is, and just, you know, Yeah, all these honeys around him, you'd think he's a bee. Hell yeah. Yeah, like, I just think that's a really well put together core. And, hey man, when you see that stuff, you've gotta point it out. Much appreciated. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. Right, now we're going over to my account that has Showcase on it, because, yeah, because there's no shot I'm doing Showcase on 3 accounts, because I have the CEW account, I have the EPW account, and then I have the Core Review account. I'll do it on EPW eventually, when I start, like, really getting the roster together, but at the moment, yo, hell, Ryan! What the hell? Daniel, we do not bring up. We do not bring up the Rumble. The Showcase Rumble. For a little bit of context, Daniel and Ryan told me, do the Showcase Rumble match. You get a special guy at the end of it. It's my faction stuff. I wasted my time. It took me 3 attempts to do that Rumble. To be fair, the first 2, like, I got too cocky and I ended up doing, like, the clothesline over the top and just got eliminated at, like, number 5. So it didn't take me that long to do it, but it was still a waste of my time. Fuck that Rumble. It gives you my faction, man. And a trophy. I don't care about the trophies. Okay? I platinum Persona 5 Royal. I don't need to do anything else. So it's a showcase worth doing. Right. As a Fed owner, yes, because I have to assume that everybody that I'm signing and working with has done showcase, right? My Rise is a little different. Farangle, I mean, yeah, Farangle. Sure. That's biased though. Fair enough. Yeah, as a Fed owner, I would always say if you're running a Fed, showcase, you kind of have to do it. But if you're just having fun and if you're just like, I don't know if I really want to do showcase, then it's entirely up to you if you do it or not, personally. But I think we're just going to go ahead, get into our next core review. Literally only did it so I can make Danny. Fair enough. It's worth doing for the NWO Wolfpack theme. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. That too. Yeah. Alright, so our next one is Ryu Takatsu. Bray Wyatt stuff? Yeah, that too. Yeah. I was so disappointed when I did the Rumble. I do it because I have like 30 people I need to make, so I need everything. Hey, yeah. Worth that Shawn Michaels entrance too, actually. Yeah, that is you. Alright, so let's get into this, shall we? So, immediately, street gear. That's always a plus in my book. Again, I'm not gonna grade you up or down for street gear, but it's always nice when people go that extra mile to have that street gear. But let's have a look at the actual in-ring stuff. So, straight away, okay, I really like this jacket. I like the logo. Like, it just pops, right? It just pops. And like with everything else attached, that's really cool. I've also got to say, the face morphing and the face texture is very, very good too. And we got piercings as well, which again, I was saying it, the people who put a lot of detail into their cores, they do use piercings. I need to use piercings more, but I always forget to because, you know, I have a lot of cores that I have to make, and it's pain, man. It's pain. Alex Shelley inspired fit. You know what? I see it. I see it. Yeah, no, I definitely do see it. And like, the gear goes nuts. The gear goes nuts. I actually really like that. The tats are cool too. Like, they're blended in really well. Again, this is just one of those cores that just, like, it just works. And there's not really much else I can say other than, like, all of the aspects work. Like, this is a nice core. It's like you can see it there, like the extra detail. Hold on, I don't often do this, but I need to for like this. Like, you can see it there, like all of the images and whatnot. Yeah, like the detail on, like, the detailing on this is great. Chef's kiss, yeah, like this is good shit, man. Like, good shit. Thinking about a Wolverine Colossus hybrid, hey, you know what? That would actually be kind of heat, you know. Wait, hold on. I've got to have a look at this. Okay, that's even like more attention to detail. Insanely good core. Shout outs, Alex Shelley. Check out the street gear. I will in a second, but I just wanna point our attention to the custom armband as like a tattoo, right? That's also sick, right? Because obviously the armbands in this game aren't great. That's sick. And now I'll have a quick look at the street gear as well. Love when people do custom armbands. Yeah, you're putting work on the details. Exactly. Yo, we got the Teen Titans shirt as well. Oh, you'd love some of my other work if you like custom clothing, lol. Hey, I'm always a big fan of like how people can go above and beyond, and how people can use sometimes like the quote unquote limitations of the game to their advantage. This is a great call. This is a great call. So, where does it? Yeah, you bro, you cooked. You absolutely cooked. So, let me just double check that. Okay, cool. I think I know where this needs to go. I'm handing them out. I'm handing them out like sweets tonight. But you know what? It just goes to show you just how good the people in this community are. Welcome. Welcome to the S tier. I mean, what else can I say? Like, absolutely deserved. Absolutely deserved. Like, going above and beyond, the attention to detail, like the fact again that everything flows. Like, to not put in an S tier would be a disservice, I think, to be completely honest. You appreciate it? Hey, you know what? Thank you for showcasing a really cool core. So, I think, yeah, so we have one more new entry before we start cycling back through, i.e. duplicates, so like people submitting more than one. And this was one that was submitted, I'll be at that S tier soon. Hey, you know what? I appreciate people striving for that. I will spoil my other core. I got some Quicksilver, as he is my favorite X-Men, which is now under the Breadstick hashtag. Oh, okay. Hey, Quicksilver is probably one of my favorite X-Men characters, to be honest. My favorite is Gambit, which I feel like is very funny to say right now, because I know, now that I've said Gambit, somebody in this chat is going to reference Deadpool Wolverine. Somebody's gonna do it. It's gonna happen. I wonder why? What do you mean you wonder why? He's just a cool character, man. He's just a cool character. And he's about to make a name for himself, you know? But our next core for review is going to be... Ooh... We have Tammy here. Now, immediate first impressions. If you are in the CEW Discord server, glad you see it happening, lol. Now, if you're in the CEW Discord server, then you will absolutely already have seen this core. And a lot of people are fans of this core, and you know, I see why. Again, we've got like a lot of custom elements there that we are going to get into right here. I swear that this might be the core review where just a lot of like ballers basically are in here, you know? So straight away, with the entrance gear and all of that, again, it's one of those cases where everything just works really well. The black and white's cool. And yeah, I mean, just everything flows, you know? Again, I've always got to look at, like, what is custom about a certain core. As you can see here, we have custom fishnets with tattoos as well. I will say, if you like the live action movies and the comic book versions of Quicksilver, I got both types. Oh, okay, nice. But yeah, like these custom elements, they always just add a little bit of depth, and they're always cool. They're always cool. The tats are cool too. It's like a lot of like tats where you got like the back tats too. Yeah, no, this is definitely like an attention to detail style of core. The face morph's nice as well. There's no bleeding or anything of like the... Gee, I wonder if she's from Canada. I think she might be. I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, like with the gear too, goes crazy. And let's have a look at just the in-ring gear as well. Okay, so there's like a little bit of like... Oh, okay. Oh, so it's like a gradient. Probably from Bruvland. Hey, that'd be funny. That would be funny. I gotta say, the gear works well too, right? Because you got like that sort of like gradient effect going, which is nice. It blends really well. Canada, I ain't alone. I've gone ahead and put my second one up, so she'll be there whenever. Hey, nice. Oh, we've also got piercings as well, which again, always gonna be a plus. I mean, hey, watch me say it's a plus. Everybody starts doing it. I'll still say it's a plus because nobody does it. But yeah, no, like I think it's a really cool core. It's really well worked. Now I've got to see, and I feel like I've got to be kind of careful when doing this, just in case YouTube yells at me. So just for a moment, whilst I'm checking to see if there's a body texture, I'm not gonna show the screen because YouTube's a little bitch. Okay, so there is a body texture. Alright, okay, there is a custom body texture on there. Alright. Because I know some people do that. I don't know how I feel about that, personally. Like, it adds a little bit of, like, uniqueness to it, but I don't think it's, like, incredibly necessary. If you want to go above and beyond and do that, then by all means, fair play. But, again, I just, you know, butt-cheeked. Hey, man, it happens. It happens to all of us at some point, you know. Yeah, I definitely think the attention to detail can't be, you know. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta have a look at the street gear too, just in case. Got that sort of just like all black vibe. Is there any like custom elements to it? Ah, okay. It's just that. Alright, okay, so the street gear is just kind of street gear. Alright, time for me to make a core just for Breadstick. Hey, you know what? Ryan, if you want to submit a core for review, feel free, man. Feel free. And I'll put it in D tier for what you did to me. I will put it in D tier for you making me do that rumble, bro. He'll get his custom Ryan tier. Yeah, it'll be all the way at the bottom. You damn right. Yeah, tell him. Tell him. Alright, so. Where am I going to put Tammy on the tier list? So I feel like this is it's a tricky one, this one. Because there's a lot of qualities that scream S tier. But I don't know. My faction stream when? If somebody... I mean, this is a joke. Please do not actually do this. If somebody donates $500, pounds, whatever, we will do a my faction stream. So you can use those awesome cards from the Rumble. Oh, no. 500. Dead deal. Quick, someone at Jinku. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, and I've got out of focus. Where are the shrimps? Shrimp, help me. Hold on. Work. Thank you. There we go. But it's Shawn Michaels and Ken Shamrock. I have no issues with it being Shawn Michaels and Ken Shamrock. Like, I hate how Pat and his goons are the highest overall I have. I think they're the highest overall that I have. I don't touch my faction, like, at all. Wow, we're gonna end up having to like change the layout because we're starting to get the tier list so big. You can have 4 shrimp cards, but not a Super Omega Ruby Dakota Kai to bless the Elder Gods. Hey, y'all, if there are Dakota Kai cards, then cool, man. Then that would be a reason to play my faction. Would be to get my favorite wrestlers, but. You know, it adds nothing to the core making experience. Screw you, 2K. Yeah, man. Yeah, like, them not making Punk's overall higher is nuts. So I think... Yes, that's all of the 1-pers. Yeah, that's all of the 1-per things, right? Hey, Pat was a pretty damn good wrestler. Darius and AJ were also damn good footballers. The other two can go suck an egg. Hey, fair enough. I'm just always gonna say it. That DLC did not need to exist. And I'll keep saying it. I will keep saying it. Hold on, lads. I'm getting notifications here, man. I'm getting notifications. Hey, Toxic Table did one good thing, that being my Jobber team. Why do Ty Schmidt and Boston Connor look like that? I honestly wish I knew. I honestly wish I knew. But I don't. So hold on. Hang on. Whilst I'm waiting, we'll move over to the account with like pretty much everybody else on it because we're going around again. At least we can use Ty as a punching bag for showcase matches. Hold on. Shrimp, help me. They look like I'd have to cover my drink if I saw them. Honestly, I agree. I do agree. Alright, hold on. I'm checking things, and whilst I'm doing that, I'm also moving over. Don't make me update my bloody PlayStation settings. God, if there was ever a PlayStation update whilst I was live streaming, I would I would not be having a good time. Man, it's so funny, the comments on the Pat McAfee DLC video that I did. Hey, you know what? Yeah, man. Hold on. Pat to that stunner like a champ, beer spit, headstand, backflip, everything. Yeah, like, here's the thing, right? It's like, and this is the nuance that a lot of people don't understand when I say, like, I don't like the Pat McAfee DLC. I'm not saying I don't like Pat McAfee, alright? Even though Pat's weird. And, like, I'm not saying, oh, he shouldn't have been DLC. He probably shouldn't have been DLC. I mean, his shit's been in the game for ages, right? I mean, yeah. Like, Pat, we can sit here and we can talk about some of the out of wrestling things that Pat McAfee has said. Probably not the place for it, but you know what? We could sit here and we could talk about it. But, like, again, it's like we could have had, and somebody in my comment section literally, like, put down a whole ass list of people that we could have had instead. Right? Obafemi, Sol Ruka, Lexis King, Lola Vice, Charlie Dempsey. Not even mentioning Metaphor, but Metaphor would also be there. And it's like, how are people gonna sit there? Rodney Mack! Exactly! You tell him. Yeah, I get what you mean. I've liked him since he was on the Colts. My favorite team. I'm a bit biased. I totally get it, though. He could be in the game, but the other boys don't make sense to me. The amount of people who could have been in with that cutoff, yeah, like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me, man. I don't get it. I just don't, right? Because it's like, you know, I'm trying to formulate my words here, but it's that level of nuance that people who are 2K dick riders, and I'm just gonna say it. There's some people who aren't in this game who could have been in base 23, exactly, right? I'm just gonna say it, man. There are people who are like 2K diehard dick riders, which no matter what this company does, My camera doesn't want me to talk about this. It knows I'm getting it knows I'm getting heated, right? But again, right, you have like these diehards who, no matter what this company does, no matter how broken of a game they put out, right, they will still spend all the money every year to get the game. And then they'll just go, oh, it's a great game. AKA people who bought that, right, yeah. Okay. If you bought, like, the big boy edition, like the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition, which I didn't feel like it was worth it this year. So, you know, it be what it be. You know, you can buy the 40 Year of WrestleMania edition. That's fine, right? But if I find that you bought the My Faction Rock and you spent way more, like, because it was like $400, $900, it's like, yeah, man, I do and I hate the games. Yeah, man, like, it's rough out here, dog. And it's like, I get it. I get, like, this whole, oh, but they're the only show in town, right? They're the only wrestling game that's out here, right? And I'll keep it real. I've lost hope for the Wrestling Code, man. I've lost so much hope for that game. Like, I get it. Things were leaked way earlier than they were planning to reveal the game and all of that, right? So they're like, they're literally doing what they were trying to do before they revealed the game in real time, whilst everybody knows about the game. Blah, 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 blah. But just because it's the only show in town doesn't mean you gotta spend your money on it. Just in My Faction for the first time, and AJ just kicked out the 2 saving graces. He's not a Devon guy. He's not a Devon guy. We've learned this. And it's like, I don't get it. Because 2K are not going to just casually give you a free copy of the game if you defend them. Like, how many times have I sat on a stream and just talk shit about 2K, right? Like, at this point, I don't care. At this point, I will continue to just rag on 2K until I'm blue in the face. Or red in the face, as I am right now. I want the wrestling games to be good. And I want a wrestling game that's good for us. The core peeps, right? The people who are making cool stuff for these games, right? Be it CAWs, like we do, real wrestlers, like whatever. I just want it to be good for that. Because that's what gives the game longevity, right? And, you know, a bit of healthy competition never hurts, you know? Exactly, man. Like, but what do we have that's competition? We don't really have anything. And that's the problem, right? And it's like, you know, if a lot of us weren't tied into like storylines and doing like a, you know, as much as Wrestling Code is different, it isn't gonna play nice for people who film shows with 2 controllers. That is true. That is so fucking true. Which is a pretty large subset of eFetters. That's me. That's me. Like, I wish I could show you. Hang on. So we got one here. Hold on. We got 1. We got 2. Oh god, I'm clicking buttons. Stop it. We got 2. We got 3 here. And we have a wired one. Like, some of my segments are crazy. Some of my segments take me, like, so long just to figure out, like, what I'm going to be doing with each controller and, like, moving my hands to get that done. So, like, the Wrestling Code is going to be rough for that stuff, right? And it's like, they say that they're going to be for the eFeds, but I don't think they are. It like, you know, let's not put all of our faith into one game. Let's hope that maybe a few come around that are cool, right? Like, maybe. can somebody please tell AEW that we just need a game that's like 2K but actually cares about its fan base? You know, like, is that too much to ask for? Probably. And my camera doesn't want me to talk about this, so we'll just move on to our next core review. Daniel, you gotta be happy. Closest thing to it was Fight Forever. I wouldn't even consider Fight Forever competition from the get-go, to be honest. But we have Autumn Bishop. Stuff I'm knowing, man. I knew from the first trailer that AEW was going to be booty. Exactly. It was never going to compete with 20, with 2K. It was never going to do it. Like, just straight up. So, straight away, Street Gear. I mean, to be fair, I expect this from you, Daniel, at this point. So, I like the entrance gear. Descend into Madness with, like, the grin. I like the face cover as well. And now, let's see. Okay, that's a sick tat. That's cool. That's cool as well. Oh, wait, and hold on. What's that I spy? Is that piercings? Daniel cooking? That's crazy. I finally remembered piercings. Hell yeah. There you go. There they are. I will also say, mad respect for using this haircut. I don't see many people using it, so mad respect. I also like the one eye. The face morphing's good. Gonna be completely honest, the only reason I'd get the wrestling code is the Da Vinci twin. Oh, the Voros twins! Wait, you've actually met them? Byron, can you give me a last name? Hold on. Let me just type a random thing in chat. There you go. There you go, Ryan. There's your name, Volos or Volos or however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, I think this gear's sick. Makes use of a texture really well. I'd say overall, solid core. Very solid core there, Daniel. Where is she going to go in the tier list? Well, let me have a quick little look-ski here. So, I'm having to, like, adjust the... I'm having to, like... Oh, God, what the hell happened there? Oh, okay, that's what happened there. They are chill as hell. They are from, like, right near my hometown. Oh, wow, okay, that's cool. That's really cool. That's why, because I click Control instead of Shift. So, the tiers are still there, you just can't see them. I'm probably going to put Autumn in A tier. This A tier is starting to fill up. I probably will fix this for the next stream so that it looks a lot nicer. We move. So, any more wrestling topics for me to rant about whilst I'm just sort of here doing the last few core reviews? Because we're about 2 hours in. I think we might have time. I adore the Voros twins. Them and the Bollywood boys should be signed to Impact. They really should, actually. Like, they really, really should. Actually, you know what? I tell you what. Ryan is the #1 Bollywood Boys fan. He actually is, man. He actually is. It's kind of like the crazy bit. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to store away some of the cores that didn't get reviewed today. And I think we'll do them in the next core review stream, because my throat is starting to die from ranting about 2K. So, what I'm going to leave you on is I'm going to show you a core that I'm working on. It's not finished. Some of the peeps will have already have seen it. I wanted to just go... Apparently my camera wants to leave. Not yet, brother man. Not yet. Get shrimped. Good scouting session, I assume? Oh, definitely. Definitely. Definitely a lot of, like, interesting peeps, of course. We got the tier list. You know, whenever I throw out those applications, I feel like a lot of people, if a lot of people applied, I can see quite a few of them getting onto EPW, but I think... Okay, my camera doesn't want me to do anything, man. Speaking of Sign to Impact, Sinner and Saint, I also met them and saw a 1 hour classic between them, which ended in a standing ovation. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Sinner and Saint. I've heard that they're apparent, like, you know, this was a good get for them, for TNA. Shrimp, we need you. Do I have to, like, hold on. Okay, there's the shrimp. There we go. Okay, so here's what I'll leave you all on. Is a core I'm working on. Has no name. Still working on a lot of the aspects. I just had a really weird idea last night, and I just said, fuck it, Weeble. It said 144p, take it or leave it. I know, man. And it's still not focusing on my face. If I put the shrimp in front of me, is it going to focus on the shrimp? Oh my god, it's going to focus on the shrimp. Of course it does. Alright, but the last thing of the stream. This is a core I've been working on. I just decided to just go completely off of what I normally do. And my camera doesn't like this, like, at all. Like, very, very different from what I typically do, right? Like, for one, you ain't ever seen a core typically this pale, let alone just basically completely white, right? I just realized you beat me to using that stomach tattoo. Fair play. Hey, man, I saw it, and I was like, I'm using this, right? Now, she's someone that could definitely benefit from using piercings, which, you know, we'll get into. But this is definitely a core I'm having a lot of fun working on. Using a, like... I've used, obviously, a lot of custom tattoo logos, but everything attire-wise is in-game. I just used, if we have a look at, like, the clothing, I literally just, like, blanked out a lot of stuff, right? Just to get that sort of, like, all-black look to it, right? I'm still not sure if I'm going to add any sort of, like, logos yet. I might. But, yeah, no, like, I feel like I'm cooking with this. I feel like I am. Hold on. We got to do the thing, right? So, as you can see there, custom fishnets. We got, like, the tattoos all ready to go. Back tattoo. I tried to make everything sort of, like, blend, like, as well to each other as possible. Dig it? Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hold on, I'm getting more notifications. Hold on, people. Okay, hold on. There may be an ongoing situation where we might still be doing one more core review. We'll see, we'll see. And then there's also just like a street attire, nothing too crazy. But you know, we have that street attire ready to go. again, I just wanted to make something different to what I usually do, and I was like, you know, this is a cool idea. Grab mine. I mean, I do actually already have that one grabbed because I quickly I was robbed. Yeah, hang on. Hold on. The shrimps are robbing you, and that it's gonna focus on the shrimps. What did I say? Robbed of S tier by being put in S tier. Absolutely. Okay, hold on. Ooh, we're waiting. Apparently something's being cooked up like right now. I have no idea if it's ready to go, but we'll have a look anyway. And if it is, this will be the last one of the night. Watch 2K break this one too. I at this point, like, I'm curious as to what can 2K actually break next, right? It's like we've gone from the point where it's what can 2K fix to what are they going to break in the next patch. My PS5. Hey, don't give them any ideas. They'll find a way. I mean, they completely screw over the modding scene every single update. So yeah, that's fun. Can't wait for the game to just never work. Full Fallout 76 style where Booten 24 will blow up my PS5. Jukebox will start crashing next. Oh god. That would be wild times. That would be very wild times. Alright, so we have one more core, everybody. One more. Lucas Aid is calling. Oh, is it now? Hey, you know what? And at that point, do you know what 2K would tell you about that bug? Have you tried uninstalling the game, turning your PlayStation off for an hour, and then reinstalling the game? That's what they'll tell you to do. Because I can't tell you the amount of times they told me to do that on 2K22. It's crazy. Alright, so we have one more offering here today. And that is in the form of causes all DLC to permanently uninstall. If it's the Pat McAfee DLC, I wouldn't be too mad. But one more core before we hit the road. Xander Volos. Overall look, you know what? Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Let's have a look. So, definitely give me sort of like old school vibes, you know, like, it's like, this is like kind of like the look you would see in sort of like the 80s type beat, you know. Maybe even the 70s, I don't know. But I definitely vibe with it, right? And for a core that I know has literally just been cooked, like, during this stream, I like it, right? I mean, I will say, inspired by that Red Lance Storm gear, hell yeah. One thing I do like, the next thing that breaks if you hear Jimmy Uso's theme, the game crashes. Hey, that'd be funny because that happened during the Pat McAfee DLC. I forgot I had the music turned on and then Jimmy Uso appeared. But what I want to point out is the fact that the hair and the beard merge really well together. Jimmy, no, yeah. Yeah. I like the jacket. I like the trunks. I like everything. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, Ryan. I'm gonna say it. If you added just something to the kick pads, right? And yeah, just something to those kick pads, then it would help break up the red just a little bit. But again, that's just you know my thoughts. You can say, oh, what a way to end the stream. Oh, 2K, 2K. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's what you get for messing with Xander Volo's buddy. Right, where am I going to put him in the tier list? Because obviously I got to have a look at him. And now my camera doesn't want to do things. Ugh. You know what? We're going to... Keyboard? Okay, there we go. Okay. Gonna pop him in good old B tier. I think he's cool. I think he has probably a little bit to work on, but you know, unfortunately, he did crash my game, so we are gonna have to put him also in D tier for do not interact with him because he will just brick your game. Is your camera trying to focus on the moving objects in the in your window? It might be. It might just be because my camera hates me. Leaves moving and whatnot. It might. But then again, what it's looking at is it's focusing like really, really close. So maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that was the stream. You know? It's been fun. Can't have a 2K stream, let him in. True. Can't be a 2K stream without the game crashing. So I think we won here. Right? Can we get a quick little boo 2K as I say my farewells? Because this was the core review. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I don't know when the next one will be, but oh wait, hold on. I have things to announce. I forgot. I have things to announce quickly. X Factor tournament premiering this Saturday, so August 10th. Let me show you the matches that we have for it real quick. So, get that out of the way. So we have B Akira versus Aaron Bailey. We have Sienna Payne versus Luna Olsen. We have Kimberly Casanova versus Amara Levi. And we have Byron Poland versus Ryan Shamrock. But that's not all I'm here to announce, because before this stream ends, I'm going to quickly announce another Coastal Clash match. That's right, we're adding more to that card, because Arlo Newman will defend the EPW European Championship against DCW's own Dion Hendricks. So, a lot to look forward to as we move. Yeah, that was the core review. I'm glad I got my announcements off. You'll see them on the community tab and all that, and Twitter and all that anyway. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. See